Good morning, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family. I was looking at my watch to see it is April 20th. So day 22 of my adventure. So it is raining again this morning. Imagine that. So I'm kind of lounging in the tent and reading my Bible. I've got almost the book of Genesis done yesterday, and today I've kind of started over again. So that's been fun and been nice. But now as I pack things up, it's time to get out of my my long underwear and put on wet clothes again. Second day in a row, smelly, smelly, wet. Wet clothes, wet skivvies, wet shorts. The only thing that are dry are my socks. And I actually wore my hiking socks in my sleeping bag last night to just kind of further dry them. So that'll be nice to have dry feet. My shoes are kind of damp, but surprisingly, there's some of the driest parts of my whole body. For whatever reason, so I'm thankful for that. But just imagine now, like I said, the hard part is putting on smelly, wet clothes, taking off these dry, warm pajamas and packing them away and getting into my wet hiking clothes to start the day. I think the forecast is for more rain today, chances of rain. I'm only 3.6 miles from Fontana Dam or Fontana Shelter, where I'll be picked up and taken to my hostel for the day. So I can't wait to do some laundry, get those clothes washed and dried. And yes, I say washed. I'm from Washington, Illinois. That's where I'm from. If you're from there, it's Wash. If you moved in, it's Washington. Anyway, I'm going to go wash my clothes and get dried up and rested. Feel pretty good. Back was stiff this morning, but a lot of times it is. No big deal. Feeling good and going to be packed up and ready to go here in probably 20 minutes. Got to pack up a wet tent. Again, but that's normal. Thanks a lot for coming along with me. Crossing over the little footbridge. All packed up. It's like 8:38, 8:40. Thursday morning, and it is again the 20th. So day 22. I had a pretty decent night's sleep. The nice thing about today is my food is virtually gone, and so my pack is much lighter. I'm contemplating at the hostel taking my camp shoes and mailing them ahead to a post office. And then when I get through the Smokies, I can either pick them up or bounce them forward. And not actually carrying them through the Smokies. That's 3/4 of a pound for those shoes. And I think the last 2 nights, I know last night, the night before also, I didn't wear them. I purposefully just wore my my hiking shoes to see how my feet felt and all that. And they felt fine, even though the shoes are wet and I've got blisters and all that. Still, they felt okay. And boy, that would be nice to not have to carry those things. I mean, they're bulky and heavy. They're comfortable. I like having them, but I don't know. So the Smokies, I'm going to have so much food. I need to try to shave some weight. So I'm going to go through my personal stuff and get rid of a couple little things that I know I don't need. Stuff I haven't used. So here's a bigger stream. Oh. Cool. Let me turn the camera around. Probably aided by the rain last night. It has quit raining. I'll turn the camera around and try to film crossing this thing without getting my feet wet. Uh-oh, that was deep. Boy, excuse me for my coughing. Wow. Helped by all the rain last night. That thing is running better. So that's some thoughts that I have. I'm anxious to get down to the Fontana village, whatever Fontana area, and see what that's all about. Oh, we're crossing the stream again, I think. So I better use both poles. It's wet and muddy and slippery. Yeah, foggy, humid morning, but the sun is trying to kind of come out. At least it stopped raining. That's very nice. So I think that's it for now. Pretty little valley, kind of green, and I love the sound of the stream running through. I thought I would show the trail while I talked here for a minute and look at the green valley. Our elevation is so low. Spring has definitely sprung and birds are chirping, water drops are dripping. The trail is muddy and the roots, man, are they slippery. Anyway, I know you guys are dying to know, was Disciples' Asian concoction as good as he thought it was going to be? And I am glad to announce to you that yes, it was. It was scrumptious. Delicious. That Thai chili style tuna definitely had a kick to it, which made it excellent. And the oriental noodles were delish. So that is definitely one that I will repeat regularly. And then also, I know you guys are dying to know, well, how are the blisters today? What's going on with your feet? Well, I got in the tent and took off my socks, and both pieces of tape on my right heel, and then the bandage on my left. So it's not my piggy toe, but it's the one next to it, and then consequently the one next to that has got a small blister on it because the bad one was rubbing, the other toe. So it's those toes that I stuck moleskin between and bandaged up. The bandage still looks like the day I put it on. I can't believe it. And so I made the decision last night to go ahead and leave it bandaged and wait till I got to the hostel and went to shower. And so that may be the worst decision ever by leaving that thing now for like 3 days, all bandaged up, or it may be the best decision ever by leaving it bandaged, and hopefully wow, man, is it slippery. So muddy. So where was I at? Oh, leaving it together, and hopefully that old blisters growing some new good skin. So that's my hope. My heel is feeling quite a bit better. Now it's easy on a downhill because your foot slides forward, which relieves any pressure on the heels. So that's why it's feeling so good. But I think also it's probably toughening up. And the pads of both feet are kind of developing calluses. So my left one especially is a little sore, but it's not bad. And I think that it'll probably just really toughen up. The end of the day today, I'll have like 165 miles done. So I suppose after, that many miles, your feet they're either going to blister or toughen up. Or both. So there's the report from last night. I'm sure you guys had a hard time sleeping, waiting for the answers to those questions. So there you have it, friends and family. Well, made it to civilization. Here's where I came out of the woods, crossed a highway, and there is a restroom with running water and a big high-powered blow dryer thing. I dried one of my little towels and my cap some, and tried to dry my shirt, but that was a hopeless cause. There's the first glimpse of Fontana Lake. Looks like a boat ramp, and I hear boats running by out there. That's great, good news. I have no idea where the trail goes. Comes into the parking lot right there, and so I'm going to guess it's this direction. I tried making a call with my Verizon phone, and it didn't work yet. So there's supposed to be service here pretty quick, pretty soon. And I'll call my hostel and see where they want to pick me up at, where I'm supposed to go. It says that it's 1.1 miles to the shelter, so I don't know. Looks like here we go. Yay, there's the Appalachian Trail. Again. Huh. Oh, somebody that that died. Garbage. There's garbage cans all over. Anyway, here's this. These boots. And the flag. Alright, I'm going to head on up. There's a white blaze running them down. There's a first good look at Fontana Lake, and hopefully you can see the mountains across there. The sun's been trying to come out and then going back under, and it's so humid. It's not raining, but boy, it's darn near like it's raining. For those of you that are keeping score, 0 ibuprofen today. I don't remember what I took yesterday, maybe 2 all day. And for those of you that don't know, I've been diagnosed with fibromyalgia, and so for years I've taken 2 or 3 tramadol a day, which is just a pain pill for muscle and joint aches, and then a meloxicam, which is an anti-inflammatory. So for years and years and years I've taken that. Recently I've stopped because I'm doing better, and my doctor said you could just take ibuprofen as needed instead of taking that daily anti-inflammatory. So it's not like I'm doing anything that's super crazy out of the norm. I believe I'm taking actually, less than the normal. Plus with my back, when it goes into those sorts of spasms, I need every single bit of anti-inflammatory that I can, very short time period. And then after several days or a week, I'm back to normal. So that's kind of where I'm at now. So thank you very much for your concerns, by the way, for the amount of medication I was needing there for a few days. Hopefully I won't need much of anything, but I do know that today, with no ibuprofen, my joints do kind of hurt a little more as I go down these hills. Your muscles hurt or are sore going uphill, and your joints and ligaments and things are sore and hurt going downhill. That's the name of the game. All right, there's the Fontana Hilton, they call it. It's probably the nicest shelter on the whole AT. It has shower. Well, it has some water. It has great view, gravel. It's a big shelter that's like stained wood, so it's real clean and very nice. I'm headed up this way to get to a parking lot, and hopefully I'll have better cell phone service up there. Trying to call for my ride to meet me. I guess we're going to meet at the dam. I'm not sure what's down there, but anyway, trying to get a hold of them, and I kept dropping them, and my Verizon phone's not even working. It keeps telling me to re-enter the numbers, so that's frustrating. Again, hiking, not that big a deal. All the technology and not being able to see stuff and not knowing, where to go or what to do and not being able to see, that's the challenge. I mean, it is so hard because it reminds me of, how well, the difficulties that I have. It reminds me of that. When I can hike, I can kind of forget about it. So that's where I'm at. Here's a bathroom with a hot shower, I guess, for hikers. Well, it is, I'm pretty sure it's Thursday, and I think it's the 20th. I don't have my watch, and so I don't even know. I have hiked to Fontana Dam, and I was picked up there by Miss Cynthia, her husband Jeff. They're the owners of Paradise on the AT, and this is their home where you can stay. And I guess probably anybody can stay. You don't have to be a hiker. I think it's $60 for a room, shower and laundry, and that's breakfast and everything. The home is just as pretty inside as it looks on the outside, maybe even prettier. And then there is a trout stream running right through their front yard. Oh my goodness, does it get any better? I know where I want to move. This is gorgeous. Look at this beautiful stream. And this is like a smaller one. It runs into another one, then they form a little larger trout stream. Wow, how pretty. Let me show you up here real quick. It's going to take, I can't use much battery or much much memory because I'm not going to have that much for the Smokies. I won't be able to upload anything during my jaunt through the Smokies. But look at the like little waterfall, and isn't that so pretty? Yeah. So anyway, I'll stop this for now. Isn't that gorgeous? So this is the deck. They just had this deck built. Probably this part was replaced, but this is the oh, and you better be a dog lover. I've got, I think, 5 right now. She's a veterinarian, and so she's like helped rehab a bunch of dogs, and there's one that has a wheelchair for a back end. And anyway, this is the I guess that's the hot tub. There's what's left to do on the deck, but this is the view out the back off this deck. I mean, what a great place to sit and relax. Very thankful. Thankful I got all my gear dried out. The sun was shining most of the day. My shoes are dry. My clothes are being washed, so I am ready to rock and roll. Gonna have spaghetti, meat sauce, garlic bread, and salad tonight. Oh, and I bought a ½ gallon of Moose Tracks ice cream. I probably won't eat it all, but I'm gonna take a stab at it.